Aries. Welcome, Aries, to your February 2023 reading. Hello, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, of course. Hey, it's me. How's it going? Hope everybody out there is doing well. We're going to go ahead and dive into it with the Rumi quote, and then we'll get into the tarot. Yeah. You are... you are Aries. Hello. You are Aries. I don't know what that means. Don't worry, guys. Spirit's here. Spirit showed up to read the cards. Yours truly is a little under the weather, and my brain is misfiring a bit. But I promise there's still something here for you. So let's go ahead and dive in now. The face of the world may be sad and grieving, but inside are 100,000 smiles. Always look on the brighter side of life. Interesting. So some of you may be focusing on everything that's wrong in the world, or you might have that mindset right now where you're fixated on some negativity or some negative aspects of, I don't know what, the news, whatever it is, right? But all the things that we don't know about, the things we're unaware of, there's so much beauty that occurs every day. Isn't that lovely? Let's dive into the tarot and see what that may have to do with your reading, and we'll get started here. It looks like we're kicking it off with the... That's a 9. I hate this. So they put these numbers on the sides, and sometimes the 6 and the 9 can get a little confusing. This is the 9 of Wands. This is the 9 of Wands right here. An insistence and persistence on something, getting close to achieving some sort of manifestation there. Goodness sakes. I think my body is trying to microwave my brain inside my skull right now, so apologies, guys. I'm I'm hanging in there, but let's move. Let's go. We have the Queen of Wands. Okay. 9 of Wands, Queen of Wands, and we've got the 3 of Wands. Wow, I think you're really holding fast to a certain manifestation. I think you're holding on tight. Let's see here. We've got the 6. Excuse me, the 6. Yes, I can count 6 cups there. We have the 6 of Cups underlying the deck. I almost feel like some of you might be in a position right now where you're sort of seeking out or looking for a soulmate of some kind. Either that, or there are some of you who've been looking into the past recently, and you're taking one look back. Some of you, you're taking one look back into the past here before moving forward. The 3 of Wands, is about basically being equipped to take a journey into a new situation, into a new life, into a new paradigm, a new set of circumstances. Like, you've been manifesting it, but it's sort of standing and kind of waiting to take that first step, kind of that first step into the void, so to speak. From the old situation into the new, or to take another step into a new world, into a new life. And some of you were looking back at that a little bit, taking one last look. However, I do see that you are being insistent on making this forward momentum, so I think that's great. Let's go ahead and do some clarification here. Regarding the 9 of Wands. Let's get clarification on the 9 of Wands for Aries, please. All right, we got the 2 of Cups. Yeah, some of you are calling in a soulmate. And why wouldn't you? I mean, soulmates are fun. Soulmates are people who teach us life lessons, by the way, not necessarily fun. Not necessarily fun. They can be. Soulmates, there are many types of soulmates. Some of them are... I'd say really in a lot of ways, all of them are meant to teach us important life lessons. And so we have the Two of Cups. We have the Eight of Cups that came out as well. Minnow Pond Tarot, which I seem to be referencing in almost every video now. I'm not sure why that is. Probably because I've learned so much from him. You know, talks about the Two of Cups a little bit, and he likes to look at it as a transitional soulmate or a stepping stone soulmate. I do think a lot of you have been looking into the past, like I was saying earlier, and I'm thinking that you probably have walked away from something because you recognize the fact that it wasn't in alignment with your true desires and your true purpose and your true needs. You know, the Page of Wands is one that has a understanding of what their passion truly is, and it comes, you know, it comes right after the Ten of Wands, which is where that burden is finally released. And so for many of you, I think you've probably come to a point where I think you're releasing somebody from the past right now. Nine of Pentacles is the underlying, and that is enjoying the fruits of your labor. And basically the main emphasis is a card of self-investment. So a lot of you have been working on yourself, I feel, certainly. But it's like one last look over the shoulder, maybe. You're getting ready. I think you're processing. Yeah, you may have been processing in the recent past a previous relationship. All right, let's clarify this Queen of Wands. Whoa! All right, we're kicking it off with the Six of Pentacles. I'm not going to take these upside down cards. We'll take these two. So we have the Six of Pentacles here. Okay. Insisting on equity. Maybe something about this situation wasn't exactly fair in the past. I don't know. But I think that's why you're insisting on a new opportunity, is you want to make sure that the next opportunity is fair and equitable. And I think something really big is being offered here. It looks like you're probably at the beginning of a bit of a journey. And then we have the Four of Cups. I see you more or less coming out of that energy of the Four of Cups. You know, he's looking at the Three Cups there sitting on the ground, kind of wishing he had more. And the Ace of Cups is coming in from behind there, but he's not looking at it yet. It's a card of stagnancy, and I think... let's see. Let's take a look at the underlying. I think you're getting past that. The Lovers. Yeah, Gemini. The Lovers card not only is about, obviously, soulmate type things, of course, but also it's really a card of integration of yourself. It's sort of like finding your whole self, finding the dynamic between your masculine and feminine, and becoming sort of a fully integrated being, in a sense. It's an interesting card with multiple meanings, but in this case, I do kind of feel like, again, like the theme of this reading so far has been that I think there's something that you've recently moved away from that you're moving into. And we talked about the Two of Cups being something of a stepping stone soulmate or a transitional soulmate. That was probably a lesson learned there that was pretty difficult, but I think that you may have something coming in the future that's actually a pretty major encounter for you, that could be really amazing. I will say this: soulmates and partners in general, good partners in general, help you find more of who you are as a person. So whether or not this represents another person coming into your life, or whether or not this is about your completeness as an individual, it's, no matter what, it's still about your completeness as an individual. Not that the person comes along and completes you. That's bullshit. Nobody completes you. You are already complete. You complete yourself. But they will point to that. They will show you that. You know, good partners build you up and show you just how much you have have an empowerment within yourself. I don't know. I'm again fumbling over words here. My brain is on fire, so forgive me for that. Let's clarify the Three of Wands. Let's clarify the Three of Wands real quick. All right. We have the Queen of Wands. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands twice here. Yeah, you're just... I think you're just stepping into that energy of the Queen of Wands. And, or at least remembering, maybe remembering that energy of the Queen of Wands. You know, she's persistent and strongly insistent on her passions, you know, and very confident in herself, and really getting ready to light things up in her life. I don't really know how to... I don't know how to speak out of my mouth hole right now. I'm so sorry, guys. We have the Six of Wands. Victory. Awesome. Victory. This is returning from battle victorious. So I feel like all of the... I feel like it's been an internal struggle, again, looking backwards, and I feel like you're just processing something and really moving into a new energy that's going to align you more with your hopes and dreams here, you know? But the Moon card, you could almost consider it being victorious over this energy, because the Moon card also can represent fears, insecurity, and sort of the unseen world. And so when I see these three together, I almost feel like you're kind of claiming victory over your fears in some way, and it's bringing a tremendous amount of confidence to you, and obviously that victory. Part of that victory too with the Six of Wands is an implication of being noticed as well. The person is sort of riding on their horse, exalted, coming home from battle, right? So in the traditional tarot, it's like the crowds are out to meet them, and all these things. We have the Wheel of Fortune underlying the deck right now. I think it's an opportunity for you to move forward and really expand in your life in a new direction. The Wheel of Fortune is the wheel of time. It's matter in motion, and there's an opportunity presenting itself here, but it's really up to you to decide if you want to go after that. I feel like the cards are strongly suggesting that you could do that. So it may be time to get... You know, I don't see much here suggesting even that you've been stuck in a lot of ways. I think you're done. I think you're just shifting out of that energy of being stuck at this point and moving. You're just right about to move forward, and it's a really cool thing. But if you are stuck right now, you know, time is passing you by. The world is moving with or without you, certainly. So, you know, if you are not happy with where you're at, it's the time to take action is now. I really strongly feel that. And that almost applies broadly across the board in any circumstance, but in this case, I feel like the cards are really suggesting that, yes, it is time for you to take action. You can take action. Let's go ahead and get 3 cards of outcome / advice / thing to be aware of, and we'll wrap it up. Okay. First card that popped out here is the Ace of Swords. So there's going to be some clarity, certainly clarity and truth revealed here. You'll have an aha moment about it, which is great. I really do think you know what to do. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going to have clarity about your legacy in a sense. And we have the King of Swords. You're almost going to take a rational approach to this, which is not a bad thing. Especially if it's involving relationships, especially past relationships. Like, some of this feels like something that's already come to an end, and you were sort of looking back at it and just lingering in that energy a bit. So it's like it's already done. You kind of have this moment here of clarity where it's like you can look at it rather than looking at it and getting emotional or feeling the emotions. You're just looking at it and saying, well, wait a minute. Rationally speaking, I'm super grateful for all the things that I learned from this past situation. And it changed who I was as a person. I learned something, and now I moved on, and I'm grateful for that. I'm ready to go out and continue my journey, basically. Underlying the deck here is the King of Cups. Okay. Okay, Aries. That's two cards of maturity. This is one of really not letting the emotions override the intellect, and this is a card of emotional maturity, emotional mastery in many ways. Also, of course, could represent a water sign. Maybe there's a water sign that's might find themselves interested in you. Who knows? Could be an air sign as well, if we're doing that kind of thing. But I think, generally speaking, this has a lot more to do with you recognizing that your happiness and fulfillment is the ball is really in your court in that regard. And I think it's the primary gist of this is about your empowerment and your recognition of the fact that you're entitled to pursue the things that make you happy. This is your legacy we're talking about. The Ten of Pentacles is like, at the end of the day, at the end of everything, what does your life look like? And by the way, that's a great manifestation practice as well, because you can actually invoke some strong feelings for manifestation by looking at your life, imagining that you're at the end of your life, more or less. You don't have to be like, not necessarily all the way to the end, like your deathbed, but basically as an elderly person, you imagine your life, imagine what your home is like, imagine, if it's your interest, of course, imagine your children, your grandchildren, imagine your spouse with you, and just try to like sort out in as much detail in your mind's eye what that might look like. So we're going to look at it from the end of the road back, and just try to immerse yourself in those feelings of what that feels like. Looking back at your entire legacy, because the Ten of Pentacles is literally all about that. It's about the entire thing. It's about the culmination of all your life's pursuits in a lot of ways. So that's a pretty crazy message, Aries. I hope this was helpful to you, and again, thank you for being patient with me as I'm kind of fumbling over my words today, but I hope this was helpful. If it was, please hit the like button if you wouldn't mind, and if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing, of course. But more importantly than all that, I wish you the best of luck with this energy. Go out there, be bold. Stepping into that Queen of Wands energy, that confidence, that is your right to do so, and I would strongly encourage you to take charge of it. So until next time, Aries, take care and have a great day.